there, let's take a look at those combinations we worked on today. It started off with our Maias for 3 steps, and then our 4 was a roll up. So remember with our Maias, we're going up, out, down, and in on each side. Well, for this one, we're actually gonna move just a little bit with it, just the tiniest little bit forward. We're gonna go on the right a little bit forward, on the left, on the right, and then for that final count, instead of doing another Maya, we're rolling up. So that requires me to tuck, 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 lift, all the way up through to roll up. Then I'm gonna start on my left leg for the other Maya set, left, right, left, and roll up again. So both sides, we start right, right with the Mayas, roll up, left, right, left, Maya, and roll up. As you roll up, go ahead and take that arm up. The right arm, we're gonna be going in the right direction. We'll keep our left hand down next to our hip. That's gonna be doing this one-sided, kind of an inverted Maya here. Sometimes we call it a Hagala. Sometimes you hear that word being used for another step too though. But we're doing that half of the Maya to propel ourselves to the right direction. So left hip is going for 4 complete circles there, or what would be an 8 count. We're switching to the other side, and think about being graceful as you switch, hands going past each other to trade off, going back to the left side, and now our right hip is the one that's lifting and coming in. Now from here, we're gonna take that hand down behind our head and extend this one out. We're just a little bit tilted here to be going with our hip circles, traveling with them. So think of our hip circles going in a clockwise direction and how you can travel with that. So in this case, it would be like going towards the audience for 4 steps or an 8 count, away from the audience, and I'm gonna switch my hands to just kind of accent my cheek. I'll bring that hand that was behind my head down to my hip and back up for 4. So when I get back here, now my weight is on my left leg, so my right leg is free. We're gonna do that Tunisian twist step with the right leg. I'm gonna turn back forward for just a moment to go over this step again, because this one is tricky. With this Tunisian twist, we are stepping in front of ourselves with one foot, and we're twisting that hip in. Now with my standing foot, to me it's a lot easier if I'm up on toes a little bit, not way up on toes, but just a little bit elevated. So I'm stepping in front with that right hip. Now my left foot, that is my standing foot, is going to start moving a little bit to turn myself in the other direction. So my left foot is the one that is turning me, while my right hip is coming in. So it feels a little awkward because you're doing 2 different things at the same time. The other thing that we're gonna do with that twist is we're going to put our hand out kind of like we have a serving tray. So we're trying to balance the serving tray on our hand as we come around. So we're gonna do that for an 8 count, or what would be 4 steps. But on that last one, you kind of need to fudge it to get ready for the next thing. So it's gonna be an 8 count, but our 7/8 is kind of stepping back to get ready for the hip drops. So I'm gonna put that hand that was just my serving tray hand behind my head. I'm gonna put my other hand out, and this left hip is gonna drop, and you could just do a standard 8 drops, or you could do that drop and release. That we said takes it up a little bit. The hip is doing the same thing the whole time. It's just every other time that your hip is dropping, your foot's releasing. And again, you'll have to fudge that last one just a little bit maybe to get ready for the next step. Actually on this side, you may not actually have to fudge it, come to think of it, because we're still gonna be doing something with this left hip. So I believe we can do the full 8 count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Put that foot back. We're now gonna be doing the Tunisian twist with this hip. So I'm gonna put my hand back up. I'm gonna do the hand as a tray, and now my left hip is the one that's coming inward, towards my belly button. My right foot is driving me around to the other side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again, I need to fudge the 7, 8 so that I can do the hip drops here. And that's actually going to finish out our whole thing. Anytime that we've got a little bit of space in this music, we're just going to figure 8. And that includes right at the beginning, just to kind of feel the rhythm of it and to see what our count is like. So our figure 8s are just kind of a space filler anywhere in between. All right, well, let's see what that looks like to our music. We'll just start out with some figure 8s to kind of get that rhythm. Now we're ready for our Maias. And a roll up. Other side. Hip. Other way. Circles. And back. Ready for our twist. Need to fudge a little. Hip drops. Twist back to the other side. Last set of hip drops. We're just going to figure 8 a little here as a transition. And then we'll just repeat that same thing over again. We're ending up right here in this move.